It was quite busy here, and that extra hour proved to be a big one for many of the voters here at Desert Breeze Community Center near Cimarron and Spring Mountain. They capitalized here and at many of the other polling places, the 29 other ones that stayed open that extra hour until 8. In fact, the last voter at this location probably was in the building by 8:50, and that seemed to be the very end. Obviously, they cut the line off right at 8 o'clock with still about 100 voters to go. We did get the chance to speak with the very last voter in line here at Desert Breeze Community Center, likely one of the last ones in the entire state of Nevada. Here's what he told us.
I'd wait 2-3 hours if I had to. Doesn't matter. This is the last day. I have to make it here.
Absolutely.
Because when I was born, my parents didn't have the right to vote. That didn't occur till I was 9 years old. So they went through a lot. So it's my civic duty to make sure I make it here every time we have to come out and vote.
What a difference a few hours make. The scene here at 8 o'clock and even up until 9 o'clock, there were people all around. Now you can see it is pitch black. Nobody else is here as we continue to wait for these results to trickle in. Reporting live from Desert Breeze Community Center, Max Adero, News 3.
The Culinary Union and Nevada Trump victory making one last push to get more Nevadans out to vote today.
That's right. In fact, our Kyle Wilcox joining us now live from the polling place at Rancho High School with more. Kyle?
Good afternoon. I've already seen several people come over here to Rancho High School to cast their ballot. But if you're one of the Nevadans that hasn't voted just yet, you may get a knock on the door as political groups canvass through neighborhoods, trying to get every last vote for their candidate. Now, the Culinary Union hosted an outdoor canvass launch this morning to get out the vote. The union has hundreds of hospitality workers mobilizing voters and making calls across the state to encourage everyone to have their voice heard. The union has endorsed Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden and his running mate Kamala Harris. Nevada Trump victory also has hundreds of boots on the ground today, door knocking to get voters out to cast their ballots to re-elect President Donald Trump. Both groups say with Nevada being a swing state, it's very important to get any vote they can, especially on this last day. Here's what both sides had to say about the candidates they're endorsing.
Biden's going to lead us into the after the pandemic. His ideas are, essential to our union and our communities.
The president has delivered time and time again in the last 47 months, and we need to continue on this path. And I think that is what really inspires people to get out and vote, because you're really looking at a person who's all action, and you're looking at a person who's all talk.
Now, there are 125 voting centers here in Clark County, and they're all open until 7 p.m. tonight. We have a list of those locations on our website at news3lv.com. For all your Election Day coverage, make sure to stay here with News 3. Reporting live, Kyle Wilcox, back to you.
All right, Kyle, we appreciate
with Kendall Kim, who joins us now live from the Clark County Elections Office. We know that Joe Biden has a slight lead over Donald Trump. However, we still have a lot of ballots that have not been counted here in Clark County.
And Dana, that's exactly what I was going to start with, is that counting does need to start back up this morning. That will not start until 8 o'clock, so we do have a couple of hours to go. They'll actually be counting here locally when it comes to our ballots in Clark County in the building right behind me. Now, as that counting is set to continue starting back up this morning, we're not expecting the results from that count to come until 9 o'clock, 11/5 Thursday morning. So we do have a bit of a wait ahead of us. Now, when it comes at least to the big updates coming just this morning, the Secretary of State has released a breakdown of what has and what has not yet been counted. All in-person early votes, Election Day votes, and mail ballots that were sent and dropped off through November 2nd, those are all in. Though officials still need to count the mail ballots received on Election Day, the mail ballots that were postmarked on Election Day, set to be received over the next week, of course, and provisional ballots. More than 1.2 million million ballots were cast in this election here in the state of Nevada. 42% of those votes did come through early voting in person, with 47% coming as mail-in, the remaining 10+% coming on election day only yesterday. Now, with no clear winner called in this race just this morning, we did hear from the President of the United States appearing before supporters at the White House. He did call the process a quote-unquote major fraud on our nation, though there is no evidence of foul play in the cliffhanger, and the head of the county elections department did respond to those claims overnight, saying that they are doing everything that they can do to process the ballots, whether they are in person or through the mail. Now, when it comes at least to the breakdown of the timeline, once again, they will start back up counting those remaining ballots that have yet to be counted at the county elections department, that building right behind me, at 8 o'clock this morning. We have a little bit more than 24 hours after that to wait until the results are expected to come in. Once again, that will be Thursday morning starting at 9 o'clock, and as always, we will have the details for you throughout the day right here on News 3. For now, though, reporting live this morning, Kendall Kim, News 3.